Concacaf Champions League kicks off tonight. Referees find themselves under a new umbrella, and Luke Rodgers faces a make-or-break scenario. Next on The Daily. Welcome to The Daily. It's Wednesday, March 7th. I'm Andrew Wiebe, next to Simon Borg. And Simon, the moment we've been waiting for months now is happening tonight. The games actually matter. Not MLS first kick, but 3 MLS teams kicking off their seasons in Concacaf Champions League. First game, 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox Soccer Channel. LA Galaxy going to Toronto FC, going to play at the Rogers Center in front of a huge crowd. We get a little hint to what LA is going to put on the field yesterday.
Yeah, we already practically know LA's lineup, Andrew. Andrew Boyan's likely to start alongside AJ De La Garza. Slip of the tongue by rookie Tommy Meyer, who was also in the mix there for center back. But despite the fact that there's 45,000 in Toronto, and Toronto's the home team, Toronto pointing the finger at LA. The pressure is all on them.
And another lineup question in regards to Seattle, a guy that has been injured, dealing with some muscle issues this preseason, their marquee signing of the offseason, Eddie Johnson. Siggy Schmidt had some interesting comments about him yesterday. I think you have an interesting opinion on that as well.
Well, Siggy Schmidt's still wondering whether he's going to start him in Game 1 or maybe save him for Game 2 in Mexico. And I don't know what the decision there is to make here. You're at home. This is when you got to pour it on. And in Mexico, you hope to have a lead already. You have to defend. You're going to be under a lot of pressure. There's going to be a lot of running. That's not where you want Eddie Johnson. You don't want him working hard, chasing the ball for a guy who's not fit yet.
Yeah, and a note on that one, Seattle was the second MLS team to win in Mexico, beating Monterrey last year. That game, 10 p.m. Eastern on Fox Soccer Channel. You can catch all the coverage on MLSsoccer.com. More big news you could have caught on the site yesterday. A refereeing initiative coming into play, changing the landscape of the way that they're governed here in the U.S. The official name, Professional Referee Organization. Simon, give me the rundown on this. What's the change?
Well, this is radical, Andrew. England have something like this, where it's basically an independent, quasi-independent body managing referees, and they're bringing Peter Walton, our current referee in the Premier League, coming over. He's retiring from refereeing, coming over here to man the whole thing, and he kind of has carte blanche a little bit to manage refereeing, professional refereeing, the way it works. The biggest impact we probably will see coming into this year, smaller pool of referees for MLS games, which means more consistency across the season.
We'll learn more about that initiative today as Peter Walton is on a conference call with reporters. All that coverage on MLSsoccer.com. Another thing you can catch on MLSsoccer.com is the season preview built by Home Depot video series. Started on Monday. Yesterday was roster makeovers, and who maybe has the best one? I know Greg Lawless, Mark Roganino, and Jason Seguini pointed to 4 teams: New England, San Jose, Toronto, and Colorado. All teams that kind of rebuilt things here this offseason. Simon, who has the best bet of making that stick in 2012?
To me, I got to go with San Jose, Andrew, because San Jose is a team that didn't need that many parts to begin with, but they got that element of creativity in Tresor Moreno. Steve Leonard is back, and they have Shea Salinas helping out on the wings. So I think San Jose is poised to really have a good season.
Yeah, they've looked great this preseason. A lot of big wins, most recently 5 over Chivas USA. Today you can catch on that series built by Home Depot, young players to watch in 2012. Simon, give me yours.
Based on what I've seen this preseason, Andrew, I love Luis Quicksilva of Toronto FC. I think he's going to be a starter on this team, which is a rare thing for rookies, and he will make an impact. They're going to hand him the number 10 jersey, if you will, and he's going to be running that position for a team that has to make the playoffs.
Lots of good things being said about Silva, but my player is Juan Agudelo of the New York Red Bulls. Made some comments yesterday talking about how he wants to see more of the field in 2012. That's no surprise, but it'll be interesting to see how that impacts and how that meshes with the decision to be made on Luke Rodgers' future. He learns on March 8th, tomorrow, on Thursday, whether or not he'll be able to come back. It's pretty black and white, Simon.
Yeah, Eric Soler of the New York Red Bulls saying it's going to be a situation where he's either going to be back with the Red Bulls fairly quickly or it's not going to happen. He won't be back, and that really could put a wrench into things for New York. Already remaking their center back pairing. Now they would have to really hope that Cooper and Henry have a really gel fast early this season. So we'll see how that shakes out.
And obviously that decision could affect where they stand in the overall MLS playing field right now in the MLSsoccer.com power rankings that came out yesterday. Number 9, you can check that out on the site. Also on the site coming today, the first of a 3-part series on Colombians' influx to MLS. We've seen a ton of arrivals this year, and we've got 3 great stories coming up to explain that to you. The one today detailing Freddie Montero's arrival and how that affected his countrymen. You can catch all that and more on MLSsoccer.com.